All right, so we are getting started with America 1492. So you guys, what I want you to do is just look at the cover of your magazine. Just look at the cover. Raise your hand if you can tell me something you noticed about the cover of our magazine. What's something you noticed, Frankie?
They are Native Americans.
Yep, we have Native Americans. What else do we notice? Chanel?
It looks like it's like stuff from back. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it doesn't look like it's modern, right? It doesn't look like it's of today, of like today's times. What else? Drew?
Looks like some sort of a war.
Okay, what makes you think there's some sort of war?
They have shields. Well, I guess maybe Native Americans kind of do that in the old days.
Well, yeah. Yep. So you see shields, maybe the spear over here. What else? Emmy.
Or it has the American flag colors.
Oh, there are American flag colors. You're right. They talk about red, white, and blue. We have red down here. We have blue up here. Jack?
It kind of looks like when America was first discovered.
When America was first discovered?
I think they have shields and axes, because they never knew what was going to be on them. Land, to protect themselves.
Yeah, so maybe they had the weapons to protect themselves. Awesome thought.
I don't agree.
Addie?
It says that they have red, white, and blue colors, and that their clothes are made of like mixed up threads.
Yeah, it looks kind of like that, doesn't it? We might learn more about what their clothes are made out of. Jack?
It looks like they're like Indians.
Yeah, Indians, which we can, I would ask that when we talk about Native Americans, we use Native Americans only because when you say Indian, that usually means someone who's from India, okay? So then when we talk about people like who we see pictured here on the front of our magazine, we want to call them Native Americans because they're native to the Americas, okay? So we'll use the term Indians if we talk about someone from India. We'll use Native Americans if we talk about people who are native to the Americas before people from Europe came over. Yes, Mackenzie.
Do you know where the Native Americans came from?
We will learn a little bit about that actually today, okay? All right, so you guys, you're exactly right. We have 3 Native Americans pictured here, and in our magazine, we will be discovering what life was like for pre-Columbian people of North America. So pre-Columbian, that means before Columbus arrived. We're going to learn what life was like before Columbus came to the Americas. Now, do you guys see how in my book I have this big question here? So this is a question we're going to think about as we go through our magazine. So listen as I read it. In what ways did diverse natural environments affect the lives of North American Indians? So now they said Indians. Now they said Indians because they also specified North American. Diverse natural environments. Basically what they're asking is how did their environment affect how they live? That's what we're going to be focusing on. So let's go ahead and open up to the first page. Oh, don't do that. Okay. There we go. First page, the first Americas. I'm going to start at the top, you guys, and I'd like you to follow along with me.
You said Americans. Yeah, First Americans.
Oh, sorry. First Americans. Thank you. Okay. I want you to follow along with me. The very first Americans were big game hunters who carried spears of bone and stone. They came from Asia, but they weren't looking for a new place to live. They were following the giant buffalo and woolly mammoth. They tracked and killed those animals to survive. In North America, they found beavers as big as bears, but no jets roared through the skies, and no car horns honked. There were no towns, cities, highways, or shopping malls. The forests were dense and untouched. In parts of the continent, it is said a squirrel could go hundreds of miles jumping from tree to tree without ever touching the ground. Over thousands of years, the first Americans developed many ways to live on the land. Some settled along the coasts. Others came to live in forests, on plains, or in cliff houses in the deserts. Wherever they lived, they used the land's natural resources wisely. By 1492, most first Americans hunted and farmed for a living. In the Arctic, they hunted whales, seals, and caribou. In other places, they fished, gathered wild plants, and hunted animals such as buffalo and deer.
So we're trying to take the math test where a couple people are.
Mhm.
For me, it